Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is a personal YouTube reading, order number 1463, and I will be starting with your palms. First of all, I want to see your right palm because right palm represents your destiny. And I see right away you have the Eye of the Odin. It means you had reincarnation as a Viking and you had reincarnation twice in like northern part of the world, like North Europe, where you've been practicing Tyr, the magic of Vikings. You've been practicing runes, you've been casting runes, and this is something that you still can do to this day because the mark is very obvious and it's very visible and very like vivid on your palm. And this is something that you need to do because also one of your ancestors who is standing next to you also been practicing Tyr magic, so practicing runes, divination, and all the occult knowledge that is connected with Odin, Loki, Thor, myths and folklores of Vikings. This is something that is still very kind of attached to your soul, and your soul still remembers, so it's going to come naturally to you. When you practice runes, if you decide to choose your runes, first of all, you need to buy runes that are made of wooden runes. If you buy crystals or rocks, they might not really work with you because you've been practicing with wood a lot. So you have connection with forests, and wood is the best material for you when it comes to runes. If you want to practice runes, you also need to be able to come into your medium power, like psychic powers, because you're born psychic as well. You also have the demonic ladder in many places on your palm, which tells me that you are protected from dark entities and from evil spirits and from evil demons. So you don't have to worry about connecting with spirits or demons because you're never going to be harmed by them. They cannot harm you because you have many marks that are still like valid, they're still powerful on your palm. Many ancestors of yours been practicing dark magic as well, so they left the marks on you, so you still can practice using their protection. Honestly, when it comes to practicing occult, the moment you start doing something, there is like a shield that goes around you. It's made of gold, like golden color, like golden aura. So when you connect to your power, to your darkness, like this gold becomes alive around you and it protects you. It's like a shield that looks like gold and no one can penetrate it, so you heavily secured, so you never need to be worried about protection. Honestly, no one can hex you or harm you. No other witch can put you like in some kind of like trance or under a spell because you're powerful and you're protected on so many levels that no one can actually like harm you. You have the Ring of Morgana. I know one of the questions that you asked me, if you have like any connection to demons, you actually do have a guardian demon next to you. If you don't know his name, let me know in the email when I send you the link to the reading, and I'll let you know the name if you still don't know. But I feel you kind of suspect you have a connection to a specific demon, and that's why I think the reason why you're asking me this question. When it comes to your magical gifts and abilities, you have like the most prominent mark right here, the mark of the witch, which tells me that you are born with many magical powers and abilities. One of them, it goes into your healing ability, so it means you are a born healer, but when you heal, you're supposed to heal with spells and potions and rituals. You can heal through the things that you create with your hands. Like for example, if you want to do energy healing for someone, you should do some kind of like, with your hands, like put some kind of sigil on a person. So when you move your hands, it's also supposed to be specific motion, like specific, like to me, it looks like you put in a sigil or a rune. Like for example, if you want to heal someone, like you put right a rune on them, and that's how you heal them. You are very connected with runic magic, so you can use it in your healing as well. And you also connected with ancient Egypt. In ancient Egypt, the healers used to work with demons. So if they would heal someone, they would summon a demon that were like responsible for the sickness and work through this demon, through the spirit, in order to heal a person. So this is something that you're supposed to do as well. You are powerful and you like seriously, truly connected to the underworld. Like the source of your power is darkness, but in the underworld, you stay and you look like an angel. You have white wings, which is very unusual. So this tells me that you are supposed to heal people. You are a born healer. So for you, if you choose your practice in the occult or if you choose to help people, it's always should be like some kind of medical field or services when you like help people to find jobs or homes, or if you work with children because you have connection with children as well. This is something good, like a teacher, for example, social worker, anything to do with helping humanity, any humanitarian jobs like working in like literally like saving someone from like diseases or coming into the countries after diseases and helping them, like something like, for example, like UN. If you go with UN and help people all over the world with anything that you can, this is your destiny, this is your biggest gifts and abilities. Also, you have the sun mark, like a Helios mark, which tells me that you have connection with ancient Greece. And when you heal, in order to recharge your own energy and to get it back, you need to be under a sun. So the sunshine, like the sunlight, actually recharges your power. It's like, imagine that you are being a sun battery, so you always need to be under the sun in order to feel good. So if you don't have access to sun, you need to create maybe a sun temple at your home and dedicate it to the Helios, the god of the sun of ancient Greece. And this is going to be like your charging station. You can do it in your living room. Don't do it in your bedroom, because in your bedroom you need to be more connected with the darkness and connected with the night. So all of the objects that are dedicated to the sun should be in your living room when you are more active during the day. Here you have the most unusual line. This is the line that represents your physical body. And amount of lines here, they usually represent your mind. And it tells me that in your mind, so much going on. You have, like, to me it feels like you have another dimension in your mind. There is one mind that's dedicated to normal life, to 3D dimension, to going to work, like talking to people. And there is another mind that you have in yourself. It's like you having two higher selves at the same time. And one higher self is responsible for your daily routines, and your other higher self is responsible for your spiritual, I would say, imagination. You have crazy vivid imagination, and anything that you dream of has tendency to come true. So dream bigger for sure. This I call a given power of manifestation. It's given to you by ancient gods. So anything that your mind dreams of, but you want it to be reality, you want it to happen, it comes. But it also comes with a price. If you're scared of something, you're actually making it come true as well. So if you're scared of something negative, like losing your job, losing your boyfriend, losing a family member, it's also going to happen. So make sure that you don't have any negative thoughts in your mind, because negative also becomes your reality. You are the only person who can hex yourself. So make sure that you never think about yourself in any negative way. Don't ever say that you're not beautiful or not powerful or not successful, because all of this kind of becomes your reality as well. So if you think about yourself in some negative way and you catch yourself while doing so, right away change your mind and start doing like positive affirmations, like say all the opposite of the things that's on your mind at the moment, because everything comes true with you. This line starts with you. So like since your childhood, you've been born with the spirit that is following you everywhere you go. The spirit to me feels like a sibling, like someone was born with you the same day, like the same soul came to you and the soul found you on earth and stayed with you. So the soul, it's like a protector, a guardian. It's your best friend. Maybe it's your imaginary friend. If you had an imaginary friend in your childhood, that was the soul. And the soul has your blood. So it's someone from your past lives and from your bloodline, someone who is extremely attached to you, understands you, and someone who is always there for you, like a sibling. And this is something amazing. It makes you always feel like there's someone watching over you or someone next to you. And it's a very nice, pleasant, peaceful feeling. Now I want to see your left palm. Left palm represents your free will. And on the left palm, I see the first thing that actually comes to my attention, that you actually have another demon standing next to you. I see the name as well. Let me know if you want to know this demon as well. And this demon stands under your demonic ladder. So this demon protecting you. He is your guardian, protector, and the one who actually connects with your imagination, with your powers and abilities. So this demon specifically is guarding you in the underworld and making sure that no one can seize you and find you. You have an extremely unusual mark here. This is the mark of ancient sages. So it means that you possess some interesting ancient knowledge. And if your mind will be able to remember it, it has something to do with ancient relic, like a holy grail or the philosopher's stone. This is something that you know where the thing is. So maybe that's why you having sometimes like this, something like feels like psychic attacks. There is like spirits around you, and sometimes it doesn't feel positive. It feels like they're trying to kind of get to know something, like, or get some information from you. It's because your soul has the memory and it's locked. So if you find a way to unlock these memories, it could be hypnosis or past life regressions, you might remember where the relic is. This part of your thumb is extremely unusual. It tells me that you have connection with many, many deities, and you have 3 ancestors that are standing next to you. They're always guarding you and protecting you, and sometimes they physically help you to overcome your kind of like scary life situations. Like, for example, if you're about to have a car crash, they're going to make sure that you avoid it in the most unusual way. So I would say one thing, that you are extremely guarded and protected in this realm. And I think it's all because the past lives that you had and the practices that you did. You've practiced in ancient Egypt as well. I see the mark of the ancient Egyptian priestess on your palm. It means you had reincarnation as a priestess, and this connects with the Hathor. So you've been an ancient like priestess in ancient Egypt in a temple of Hathor. So you've been practicing magic, healing, and divination. In the future, I see you have this mark of the witch right there in the future. The future is not yet written. There is so many things to do. So if you want to move to another country, or if you want to do something crazy in the future, if you want to become an occultist, like practitioner, this is something that's actually a thing that might become reality. Like becoming a practitioner for you is something very easy to do, because this is the part of your destiny as well. When it comes to your relationship, you know, I'm still going to go back to this question, the relationship question, but I know you asked me that you've been single for many years, but you don't have this rush to go into relationship now. You know, this is something that shows me that you have only one soul, one person that's supposed to be with you in this reincarnation. This is your, like they say, twin flame or soulmate, someone that you had 17 reincarnations together. So you're waiting for this person to come into your life, and you still have time before it happens. It's going to be, I would say, sooner than I think, but longer than you think. But it's happening. It's going to be something unusual, because this person is still fully touching your line. So it means this person that's supposed to be with you, still not yet in the presence of you, like not in your country, not in your country zone. They're far away, and they still don't know that they're looking for you, I would say. There is nothing that you're supposed to do. This person will come to your life like a fireworks, like out of nowhere, very spontaneously. And it's going to happen, I think, in a way that you're going to least expect it. And then after that, you guys will never separate. You're going to be together. I think this is the main reason why now you don't feel like going into a relationship, because subconsciously you feel this is not the right person. Because when this person comes, you know, you have crazy intuition, and this intuition always guides you. And even though you can't understand why you do specific things, it is because the intuition guides you. People like you who are having like two higher selves, always guided, and it's very hard to understand how things work for you. Usually from the most negative situations comes the most positive, and the guidance is always like, it's crazy. It's such a clear signs. Sometimes you do miss them, because you have, your mind is very logical, and you have mind that's like very good for a business person. So very organized, strategical, logical. And because of that, sometimes the guidance that comes your way, you don't understand, and you don't like it, you don't want to receive it. You kind of avoid all of this supernatural because your mind cannot make sense of it or can't control it, and that's why it stops you from understanding the science clearly or be more open to the supernatural. I would say that in the underworld, when you stand, when demons come to you, they actually come for advice. In one of your past lives, you had the ability to be like an oracle, to deliver messages from demons. So they know that you still can talk to them and see them. And that's why when they come to you, you need the white wings to know that you are untouchable and you are an oracle, you're a messenger. So when they come to you, they always know that they're allowed to talk to you, but they're not allowed to harm you and not allowed to possess you or not allowed to do anything to you without your agreement. This is something unusual. I think you're the first person I see in the underworld that like having white wings. Usually it's only angels. So I would say that you probably Nephilim. You probably have the blood of angels in you as well. So this might be the reason why religion still sits with you and like sits with you, right? And you still kind of you're not really a religious person, but you do know that there is something there. Some things are true, and those things are angels. So you can easily talk to angels, and you can see in other people if they have guardian angels or not. So one of the things that you predict in the future or see in the future in others, if you want to practice this, is you have the ability to let people know how many guardian angels they have, their names, and how to connect with them. This is a very unusual gift to have. I think you among only a few people I met like this. So make sure that you work on this gift. Also, you have very interesting vision, and you like, it feels like you can see not only auras, but you can see inside the person's body. You can see if they have some kind of sicknesses or something wrong or diseases. You can see if there is any hexes on people or any dark energy or negative energy. If the people under magical influence or under psychic attacks or vampire attacks, you know, you can sense so many things in people if you just let your mind kind of fall asleep, and the intuition of yours, this oracle sense of yours, will guide you to being able to see all of these things. This mark, like this line, tells me that you have the ability to control demons. So when you heal people, you know, some people like mediums like you, because you're a medium, you can get possessed by a demon. So you can heal, they can heal through your body. But when it comes to you, you are some kind of unusual medium. You never get possessed. You always stay conscious and you always understand what's going on. So you can heal through the messages of demons, like through their whispers and guidance, without being possessed and without your body being taken over. A very unusual gift, a very interesting gift to have and develop. One of the hardest ones to control, but I think you can do it if you want. When it comes to your palm in general, you have like an amazing healing energy, very strong aura, very strong, like peaceful, this, I don't know how to describe it, like water. You have like a lot of water in your energy field. It's like, it feels like it's always flowing. So you are the kind of person who can adapt to everything. You have perfect balance between your divine masculine and divine feminine. You always know how to use them, and when to become more feminine, when to become more masculine, when to take charge or when to let it go. Very good thing to have, very good, because you're always balanced and peaceful. And if you lose your balance and peace, you always know the reason why, and you always know how to come back to your balance, how to find your peace and how to ground yourself. You easily can forget anything bad that happened to you or all the people that did you wrong, but you can forgive, but you can never forget. It always stays with you. It's like you can forget it, but still when the moment comes when you need to take a decision about this person, if you're giving them a second, a third chance, you always remember what happened. And this is amazing because you still give them the chance, you still let these people come to your life, but you are cautious about what they can do to you. You are an amazing guardian. You're supposed to have children in this lifetime, but there is an interesting twist. You're not supposed to they're not supposed, all of the children not supposed to be your blood kids. You might have, if this is actually your choice because this is your left palm, so you can adopt children, or there are children that belong to other people that you might feel connection with. It's like children really loves you. They always comes to you, they follow you, they sense something from you that no one else sense, and because of that you will be a parent to many kids. Many children growing up, they're going to remember you and the things you said to them and the things you did, and you are inspiration to kids around you. You're inspiration to many people around you, and I know you don't realize that. I think it's your mind that thinks that to be an inspiration you need to do some crazy things, but for you, your inspiration is just because the way you live, the way you talk, and the way you behave. There are many things that are very unusual about you, and that's what makes you so interesting to many people. And I know you will never have problems finding a relationship, but this is the thing. You attract people by your energy. You attract them by your magical abilities, like they can sense you. And because you're a healer, people always come to you, especially people that are sick or subconsciously know that they might get sick soon. They always come to you because they need your healing energy. And this is also amazing because you heal without even realizing that. Just being in your energy, it's already a healing process for many people because they don't have like the strong energy as you do. Okay, now I want to answer your questions using tarot. So one of the main questions that you ask is the relationship. I think it was written in your palm, but I also want to confirm with the tarot cards. I'm asking again, why do you have problems going into relationship? Why, even if someone asks you to be with them, you always say no? I feel like this card wants to come out. This is kind of confirms what I said. Like, to me, it looks like you're your higher self. So you have two higher selves. One of them is Princess of Wands, fire, and one of them is Princess of Swords and Winds, air. So you kind of controlled when it comes to your abilities, when your psyche, when you think about you being a human being. This is how you are. So you have this crazy fire and crazy air. So they quite different, all of these princesses or your higher selves, but they kind of align because air and fire goes together very well. It shows me, the card shows me that you are beautiful. You are extremely unusual. People get fascinated by you very easily and they're attracted to you all the time. There is always something about you that they cannot explain, but they always feel drawn to you. The reason why the only card that reversed, the card of it represents great strength and it's reversed. So it means the only reason why you still didn't find someone special in your life because all of the people who came to you before, they weren't strong enough. They weren't great enough, or they never were able to match you on your level. And that's why none of them was your twin flame or your soulmate. And that's the reason why you still think single, and that's why you don't want to be with someone else. You know, you're not this kind of person who's just going to be in a relationship just because you have to be, because this doesn't exist in your mind. You don't owe anything to anyone. You are extremely unconventional, and it shows in everything, even your relationship. This was on the bottom of the deck, and this is the Lord of Love. You know, because I was asking about love, about relationship, and the love card that represents love, like it has come. So first of all, it tells me that tarot really talked to you because the answers are clear. So if you don't owe tarot, I do recommend you to buy a deck and start like reading for yourself and for others. And it also tells me that the love is coming. And number 2 is a choice. So when the choice comes, like when this person comes, I do believe that you're going to recognize this person right away and you're going to go for the relationship. And this is your answer. The person is coming because it's already here. Even though it's on the bottom of the deck, it's still there. So it means it's supposed to happen. And I wouldn't worry about that if I were you, but I know you're not worried. You're probably just intrigued by your own behavior, and this is your subconscious like working in this particular way. It's like protecting you from not going into serious relationship with someone who is not your twin flame, because your higher selves, both of them, they want you to be with someone special. They don't want you to be with someone who is not deserving and who is not your twin flame for sure, because I know you're this kind of person who is very loyal. So if you go into relationship, you will go forever. So they want you to make sure that you're gonna pick the right person. Another question you asked, if there is something specific you need like to learn or to do. It's an open question, so let's see what the cards are gonna tell you. Such an interesting question and such an interesting answer, because the first thing, the Wheel of Fortune, is reversed. It tells me that when it comes to your work, there is nothing that you need to learn. It's not about the normal job that you do. So even if you feel like you're not making money now, the Wheel of Fortune is always turning, so eventually it's going to turn up, right? Because the wheel in tarot represents like the forever eternal movement. So you shouldn't be worried about the job. The perfect job will come to you and it will find itself with time. And time will show if there is something specific that you need to learn, but I think you need at least 1.5 years to realize if there is something you need to learn actually. I don't think that cards are showing me anything specific, honestly, because all of these cards, they're only talking about time and waiting. This is the Universe card. Like, first of all of these 3 cards are the major arcana cards. Again, the tarot talks to you like insane. So make sure you use your own tarot. And the Universe card, it's one of my favorite cards in the deck. It usually shows the universe itself, like the world, the universe. So it shows me the universe is open for you. There is something new coming, a lot of things that you will learn. But I think the reason why there is nothing specific is just because your mind is still some kind of in a shadow, like in a veil, and you don't even understand the plan of the universe for you, like what's coming for you and what's supposed to be done. And the universe kind of telling me at the moment that you shouldn't do anything specific. You shouldn't concentrate your energy on everything, because the universe is at work and it's going to bring you something crazy, something new, something fresh, something that you don't even think about. I want to check the bottom of the deck. Okay, this is amazing card, the Magician card. Again, major arcana. So, my dear Dark One, you are crazy powerful. So this is like the only answer I would give to you in regards of there is any specific thing that you need to learn. Learn how to practice magic. Learn how to become the magician, the magus of power. Learn how to become attuned to your witchcraft, to your magical abilities, to the sort of your power, how to connect with darkness. Learn about all of this esoteric ancient science that you feel drawn to the most, and learn about how to spread your wings in the underworld. Learn how to connect to ancient Greek gods, because you're ruled by them. Learn how to cast spells, and learn how to use your energy. This is the things that you're supposed to concentrate on in the long run. You still have a lot of time for this, but literally the message here, if you want the universe to be open for you, you just have to start practicing your magic. Your magic will help you in your life to go places and to become who you truly are. Honestly, the cards are just amazing. I'm so fascinated that we have 4, like I have 8 cards. Half of them are major arcana. Then I have 2 princesses, the love card, and the card is showing me that you've never met anyone who is strong as you. So cards are amazing. Like, they really, really talk to you. Make sure you use tarot as a tool of your magical practice. And you can even cast spells and use them together with runes. Tarot is like the most versatile tool out there for sure, and you really, really strongly connected. I'm gonna ask if there is any message for you, because you asked me about demons and I think I already answered. So make sure, if you want to know the name, to ask me in the email. And I'm asking just any message. This is the bottom of the deck. So again, Major Arcana, I'll get back to this because this is an amazing card. So first of all, the message: there is nothing bad or negative will happen to you. You don't think about, you shouldn't worry about love life. The person will come to you, the person will find you. It's not the time yet. So you don't even have to think anymore about why it all happens, your relationship happens the way they happened. And you shouldn't worry about money. You are guided and protected, and you will be wealthy, because the wealth card and the Wheel of Fortune card came up. So it means you are born for fame and fortune. So it's all gonna come when you become the star. This is an interesting card to have as a message, because the star, this is the card that actually represents your guardian demon, and this is the card that represents your ability and your purpose to actually share your gift with the world. The star card represents online social media entrepreneurs, like people who do especially occult stuff, like supernatural stuff, and share their supernatural gifts and abilities, like reading tarot online. Like honestly, something that I do or other practitioners do online, and this is something that you're supposed to do as well. So the cards are showing me the message for you is, when you acknowledge your darkness and when you embrace your darkness, you should go into the world and show it to others. You're supposed to do what I do. This is a message for you, but you should do it in your own unique way, because you connected with Nordic magic, you connected with ancient Greek magic. You have to show more of this magic that you connected with, and that you have the ability to practice more. Also, this card talks about Kabbalah and astrology. This is something that you should always consider, like becoming an astrologer, for example. Also, this card represents people with the ability to read past lives, like past life regressions. This is something also for you if you want to sometimes like kind of like check it out for yourself, if you're willing to do that for others. So amazing card, strong card, and that's your message. Make sure that you become who you are, like truly get to know yourself, because you are crazy magical and you have like so many abilities. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to a candle wax reading. I prepare some water with herbs for you, and I prepare for you, it's a golden candle, because I said when you are in the underworld, and here when you are practicing, you're protected with this color, like golden color. So I want to make sure I'm using your color for the candle wax reading. For the candle wax reading, I'm not asking any specific questions, just whatever comes, as long as the fire on the candle goes. I feel like the first message that's coming to me is for you to use gold in your practice for protection, for divination, and for good energy in your home. Like if you can find like maybe gold pendant or golden ring, or even golden statue, like a small one to have on your altar. Also, you're supposed to have altar because your soul is connected to ancient practices. And all of these ancient practices, they always had altars. So this is something that you always supposed to have. One altar should be at your home, and one altar should be like traveling altar. So something in your purse or on you. It could be a piece that is charged on your home altar, and then it becomes a piece that you take with you on your day, like for your day out. And definitely wear jewelry for one main reason. For people who come to you to get healing from you, sometimes they take like your energy, because you are open to it, and you actually give your energy to others, sometimes without realizing it, because you're a very kind and open person. So make sure that you wear something that kind of has an effect of making sure that your energy doesn't go, like all of your energy is not like leaving your body all the time. It could be a pendant, but it should be visible to others. It's kind of like distraction, so when the people see it, they get distracted for a second. So maybe bigger piece or something interesting, something complicated. I see that you listen to someone who is like talking to your ear. They're actually giving you good advice, but I don't think you're gonna listen because you have your own mind and it's sometimes stubborn, so you need to make your own mistakes before you can listen to advice. And this is something that makes you you, and I kind of like it, you know. Make your mistakes because this is how you learn, but at least when you do like one mistake, you will never repeat it twice. I feel like the candle stopped because there is not much messages that you need to hear or learn because, like I said, your intuition is crazy and you know better. It's just a matter of time when you're going to come to your power and everything's going to be amazing in your life. And I think my main message, what I get from all of this, is you are such an amazing like human being. You're such an amazing soul, and believe in yourself. That's the only thing that's stopping you from becoming who you truly are. You don't believe fully into yourself. You don't believe that all of the supernatural things and occurrences that are happening around you are real. Sometimes you question them, and sometimes you think everyone is experiencing something like that, but it's not true. It's only you. You have so much darkness in you, like this beautiful, glorious darkness, and you still question it. And I know you feel and sense your demons around you, and you're still not able to connect to them fully. There is nothing crazy that you're supposed to do in order to connect because they're already talking to you. You just need to make sure that you're talking directly to them. So sometimes just when you feel their presence, just start talking like it's your friend or something, and they will find a way to answer. Trust your imagination. All the things that you think you're imagining are actually true, and start practicing and start like try to find a way to use your healing energy, like to become a healer. This is a big for you. This is something that is so you, like truly you. And make sure that you find maybe where you live this community of practicing witches or shamans or energy healers. Join them and see where it takes you. You are about to go on a journey of self-awakening and self-knowledge. And this journey is going to be amazing. It's going to be hard, but it's going to lead you when you need to be. And everything is going to be amazing. I can't wait for you to meet your twin flame and soulmate and to come to your power. And the whole life, like the whole universe is supporting you always. You are guided and protected. Always believe that and never be scared. You are the most powerful human out there, so they should be scared, not you. Also, your name. When you practice, when you use your name in a practice, add another name to it, something that comes from ancient Egypt. But you can use your first name for sure because it's protected, and add another, maybe word or hieroglyph from ancient Egypt. It's going to be your protection and it's going to be your signature in the underworld. And I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to read for you, and good luck with everything on your magical journey.